And so what else for healing your digestive system? Your capacity. This is a really, really big one. So what does capacity mean? So capacity is like how big is your container to receive? What's your capacity like to receive nurture, to receive nourishment? What's your capacity like to be able to give yourself permission to rest, to stop, to be present, to receive joy? And what's your capacity like for organization? Because healing trajectories do generally require a shift in what you're currently doing. And often what I find that people are currently doing is running a whole lot of unconscious and subconscious patterns that are just kind of a little bit chaotic. Even though it might feel like it's really structured and overly controlling. But your capacity for organization, connection, communication. But what's your capacity like for your intimacy with yourself, your intimacy with others, your intimacy with your food, your intimacy with your truth, your expression, your authenticity? What's your capacity like to create an intimacy with the feelings, the sensations, the bioelectrical information that lives in your body? And what I know is that takes some practice, and that also that takes some creation of safety so that you can titrate between uncomfortable sensations, feelings, emotions, and more comfortable feelings, sensations, and emotions. And so learning how to, pendulate and titrate between these two from a bed of safety in your own system enables you to just keep stretching just that little bit more, where you're like, okay, I met that sense of overwhelm, that sense of fright, that sense of pain, contraction, grief, resentment, bitterness, judgment, comparison. I met that sensation in my body. I could place a hand on where I felt its greatest presence in me at that moment. And I could just breathe into it for a little bit of time. And I could also breathe into another part of me where it feels like a deeper anchored sense of belonging in my own body. And, when I first started my journey into all of these different healing modalities and all of the different learning and education that I have accessed across my lifetime so far, I had no idea how unsafe I felt in my own body, and just learning how to be able to sit with myself took a whole lot of patience, compassion, and kindness with that part of me that felt really unsafe to stop. And so that could potentially be part of the healing journey for you. It really just depends where you're at. There's another part of your capacity, which is your functional capacity of, all the different compartments of your digestive system. Like, where are they at and how can we support them? What specifically might they need in terms of nutrients? What about the functional capacity of your microbiome, and how is that working with your system or against your system currently? Like, where is your ecosystem balance, and how can we address that in ways that are really serving you? The capacity to feel into your inner landscape is the key here. And we block ourselves so often from this because we're carrying all of the stresses and contraction and the tightness and the pain and the tenderness from all of our own lived experiences of our body over our lifetime that we felt overwhelmed at the time and we didn't have the capacity to deal with at that moment. We didn't get the repair of the rupture afterwards. We didn't get the support and the tools and the resources that we needed to create that repair. And so we're living with these kind of separate bits of ourselves, these contracted bits of ourselves, but also we've got all of those lived experiences of our ancestors that are in our system too. Yeah, we've got all of our genetics that create us. So we've got our individual experience, we've got our ancestral experience, and then we've got the collective experience of what's been going on in the world, or what is currently going on in the world, and how that imprints on our physiology and our psychology. And so this is why I really do invite that you don't have to do this journey on your own, and to find those places and spaces where you feel supported, where you feel held, where you can start growing your bed of safety, that safe space in your soma as a felt experience in your body. You're a safer space in your physiology, so you're not getting internal threat response that are increasing inflammation. That felt sense in your own posture, the way that you look at yourself, the way that you speak to yourself, the way that you touch yourself, the way that you're attuning to the ecosystem of the greater world around you and Mother Earth. You are not alone. And I know that in my healing journey, the more separate and contracted all these different parts of my traumas, all these separate ruptured parts of me were, the more isolated and alone I felt. And the more that then that played into all of my patterns of, self-sabotage, which are just literally just protective mechanisms. That's just showing me the limits of my current capacity, and all of my patterns of imposter syndrome and I'm unworthy and blocking rewards and blocking support and blocking help. And I wasn't conscious of that. That was very unconscious, and it was patterned into my body. It was patterned into my physiology as well as my psychology. And so this is where the unlearning of what has been in terms of conditional love and the paradigms and the cultures and the societies, to relearn the truth of who we are. And that is available to you. And that's what this invitation for this series is about. Thank you so much for tuning in. I look very much forward to sharing more with you soon.